This video is different than most videos that you see online. This video is different than pretty much everything on YouTube. This video is about purpose. And something that I've been contemplating recently is, what is the purpose of life? Like, why did the all-powerful, all-knowing, the smartest entity on earth, God, create the universe and the world and me and you? Why do you do that? And I got to a conclusion at the end of that. And the truth is, we'll never know. We'll never know. And I noticed something that a lot of like scholars and philosophers and people will just go ahead and answer for this question. And the answer they almost always give is the purpose of life is to achieve happiness. And I realized that is just such a lazy and honestly kind of pathetic answer. Because think about this. If the purpose of life is to just do whatever makes you happy, your life is going to be awful. Because think about this. We all know that if we only ever act on our emotions, only ever act on our feelings, we're going to do bad and self-destructive habits, right? Because think about it. The drug addict, knows in his mind that what he's doing is bad for him, and what he's doing in the long run will just devastate his life and his relationship with his family and his friends. But he does it anyway because his emotions are telling him to. His emotions are telling him, this will make me happy right now. This will make me feel good right now. So he goes ahead and does it. That's what happens when you think your sole purpose on this earth is to be happy, because it isn't, and it never will be. The only thing you ever do when you wake up, what do you do? When you wake up, and the first question you ask yourself is, what should I do today that makes me happy? Because I've been down this route, right? I've woken up and gone, what is something that I can do right now to make myself happy? And you know what happens? I get on my phone, I'll scroll, I'll watch stupid YouTube videos that don't have any value to them whatsoever, no educational value. I'll never do it. I won't even go outside. I won't do any work. I will accomplish nothing. I won't even exercise. I'll just sit, skip all my meals, eat some junk food for breakfast, and eat some junk food for dinner, skip lunch because I can't be bothered to get out of my bed and go downstairs for more than 2 seconds. That is your reality. If your sole purpose is to feel happy. And here's the interesting part. It's the interesting thing, okay? When you dedicate your life to having your sole purpose of being happy, you become less happy in the long run. But when you dedicate your life to what I'm going to talk about in a few seconds here, your life, you actually end up becoming happy as a result. So here's the question you should ask yourself in the morning when you wake up. How can I make me proud of myself? Let me say that again. How can I make myself proud of myself? And it's very interesting once you start to ask this question every morning, and once you start to really think about it. And the truth is, once you start to answer this question and begin to live your life along that, by the end of the day, you realize, I've done so much great work, and you're actually proud of yourself, and you feel good, and you feel happy. Because you didn't dedicate your entire life, your entire day, to instant gratification and dopamine, where all you do is sit on your butt and play video games. Because when you go back to bed, you don't feel proud, like, wow, I am so proud of myself that I spent the entire day playing video games. You don't. But tonight when I go to bed, I'm gonna think to myself, I did pretty good. I recorded this video. I plan on recording at least 2 videos a day. I recorded 2 videos a day. I did a workout. It's pretty good. But there's more I can do. There's a lot more I can do. But at least I feel pretty good about that. That is the difference between a happy, hardworking person and a person who does nothing but instant gratification. You have a purpose in this world. You have a purpose, and for a lot of people, your purpose is going to align with God-given gifts. I'm going to teach you a parable that I heard this morning. And the parable is, how does it go? So basically, a rich man gives his servants gold coins, talents, money, gives them money. And the first few servants put the money in the bank so they can earn interest from it. They store their money there. They know that, and they know that in the end, after a certain period of time, their master's going to come home. The master's going to come back, and he's going to want his money back. So he's basically entrusting them with the money. And the smart servants take a little gamble. They decide to put the money in the bank so they can earn interest. I shouldn't say it's not really even a gamble. They just are smart and put their money in the bank and earn interest. And eventually their single gold coin that each of them get will turn to 5. Some of it turned to 10, some of it only turned to 2, but hey, that's better than 1. But the last servant who was given a gold coin hid it in a little, where did it go? Like a kerchief, like a little sack, and carried it with him and treasured it. He stashed it away and showed it to no one. Then the master comes home and he learns that his servants, who he has given the coins, have all multiplied his money. And now the rich man is happy, right? Because he has more money. But to reward his servants, he decides to give them the money that they earned. He gives the talents back to them, and his servants become more wealthy because of the gift that he gave them. But the last servant, who did not put his money in the bank and earn interest and earn more money from it, who hid it away, he got that money when the master came around. He didn't say, "Oh yeah, by the way, you can keep this coin." He said, "No, give it back to me." Now the last servant ends up with nothing. But the servants who multiplied their money end up with more money. It's interesting how that works in this. It's interesting how you can take this story, because those coins are the gifts that God has bestowed upon you. Because think about this, right? You really don't have a lot of excuses to not be tremendously proud of yourself and tremendously happy. You really don't. Think about this, right? If you're watching this video and you have 2 arms and 2 legs and you can think and your mind works and you're not like mentally disabled or physically disabled, you don't have a lot of excuses. Even if you're mentally disabled, if you're not like extremely mentally disabled, then you don't have a lot of excuses either. You don't. You really don't, because all it takes is 1 coin. 1 coin is not worth a lot. Think about that, right? It's not worth a lot. A lot of people have 1 coin. A lot of people have 2 arms and 2 legs and can think. A lot of people do. But the man who hid it away, he had no excuse. He had no excuse. There was nothing he could say that could have the master give him the coin back. And the story, he said he was afraid. He was afraid of what the master would say if he lost the coin, so he hid it away. In the end, he loses it. We are given gifts, and we are meant to spread them to the world. And our purpose lies within those gifts. Whatever it might be, whatever it is, it's somewhere in those gifts that God has given us. This video is getting pretty long. So that's all I got for today. Don't have dreams, have goals. And stay wild, my friend.